Hey guys, welcome to another video. I hope you all been good. Another lovely day in Manila. It's definitely rainy season now. Pretty much most days rain, which is again, it is a nice change. It just feels like home. Lovely jubbly, as they say. Anyway, okay, so today's topic. It's not all bad. The reason I am bringing this up today is because a lot of my videos, let's be honest, they've come across as negativity to the Philippines, and they were never meant to be pushed in that way. They were more like, watch out for this particular thing to not ruin your experience here. Because my first 2 weeks here was not great. I'll be brutally honest, it was a bit of a shock coming from Thailand to the Philippines. I kind of expected it to be very, very similar. I don't know why. It was very, very naive of me to think that, but it is true. I honestly thought they'd be very, very similar, and it turns out they're not in a lot of aspects. So again, do not take them videos as negative. Well, you can if you want. You know what I mean? There's still always going to be people with their opinions, but it is what it is, I guess. So one of the good things I really wanted to talk about, and it was something that I did not see. It was a really, really big shock. Was the politeness and respect that you get from a lot of Filipinos here, especially in my building. And coming from England, you kind of like don't know what to do with that kind of greeting. They'll come, like I'll go down to the lobby, and they're like, "Good morning, sir," and I'm like, "Yeah." Do you know what I mean? I'm not used to that kind of greeting. It always reminds me of coming to America, like being the feeling of being like Prince of Mamunda, whatever that place was called. It always gives me that kind of vibe. And again, as an English guy, where I'm originally from, it's not that it's hostile. It's just that it's not like that. Like, don't get me wrong. Every so often, you might get someone who's friendly, who's greets you good morning, but not to the level like here. Like all this, like this, they might as well put rose petals in front of my feet. It is that insane, and I do not live in anything special. It's probably say maybe mid tier, something like that. Do you know what I mean? So I can't imagine what the guys who are in like the Rockwells and the high end BGC places. God, I bet it is actually feel like royalty. But yeah, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. But coming from a place where you don't get that, it's so sad for me to say this. And don't get me wrong, I'm not treating this as a negative. This is a really good thing, and it's going to get me getting used to accept this. But after a while, well, at the start of it, you get a little bit uncomfortable with it because you kind of, because you've got your defense up, coming from the West, like your defense is up. It's like, what does this person want from me? Is he trying to scam me or blah 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 blah? You know what I mean? Like, I kind of get that defense, and sometimes I can see them, going to greet me, but I just put my head down just automatically, and it's like I've come a lot better from doing that, but yeah, it's still ingrained in me, and you don't realize how much the Western culture is in you until you have these little differences when you come out here. And again, it's really, really nice. Honestly, it's an amazing thing to have when you go down to the lobby, or you just walk around, etc. And they always greet you. And it's funny when you have a line of them, so there might be like 3 or 4 in a line doing just odd jobs in the garden, and each one will say, like, turn around, stop what they're doing, and greet you. Like, you'd be lucky in England who are doing the same jobs that they don't spit at you. Like, if you want to, well, from when I was growing up, it might be different to other people in England, blah 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 blah. But like the janitors, the cleaners, the ones that were doing their kind of jobs, they reminded me of, in Harry Potter, the janitor, with the cat. They reminded me more of that than obviously what they're like out here. So it is a very, very welcome thing. If you've not been used to that kind of greeting before, it's a very welcome change. It's just a bit weird at first, especially being called sir. Being called sir a lot is a very, very weird thing. but you do get used to it after a while. Um, yeah, and sometimes I even forget like the greeting because there'll be times where I'm just rocking up. I've just gone to the gym like because I go to a 24-hour gym here. I'll be rocking up to the gym and it'd be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be like, good evening. They'll be like, good morning. And yeah, it's like they bow down to you like this, and it's really nice. Again, it's really nice. And when I go back to the UK, I definitely I'm going to feel a little bit odd. I know that I'm definitely going to feel a little bit odd, but yeah, just the overall topic of this video is there is a lot of good things here. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to shit on the Philippines at all. I just want you to be aware of them particular things, okay? Because when I got caught out, or I've heard other people getting caught out about these things, it kind of does sour your experience because you kind of think, oh, this is what it's going to be like all the time. Do you know what I mean? And that's not the case at all. In fact, it's quite the opposite. So yeah, but yeah, something that you should look forward to is the greetings. Right? That's it for today. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.